We've been here in Bozeman for 20 years, and my wife and I have raised 3 kids. And Bozeman's just been a great place to raise a family, and great schools, and easy access to the outdoors. We're constantly hiking. We have access to world-class fisheries. That's my passion, and just a great community full of outdoors-minded people. Hi, I'm Casey Walsh. I'm the president of Simms Fishing Products, and we're proud of our heritage here in Bozeman. We've been here for over 20 years, and when I acquired the company in 1993, we consolidated our operations and headquarters. And the reason we're located here is Bozeman's the capital of fly fishing in the American West, and anyone who visits sees a lot of fly fishing rods coming on and off airplanes as visitors come into our town, and that gives Simms a special competitive advantage in that we can test our gear within minutes of the front door of our headquarters. And it also helps us attract great employees. And what we found over the last 20 years is that it's our employees that really make a difference. We have a manufacturing plant here. We make the world's finest waders. The reason we can do that is we just have fantastic people working here. They're very proud of their involvement with Simms and love being associated with a top fishing brand.
Montana State University inspires big ideas and bold adventures. We offer strong academics, real-world research, and creative projects, and the energy of a Rocky Mountain community. When I think about Montana State University, I think about the state of Montana. We are a place for dreamers and visionaries and pioneers, for people who see and say and do things in new and different ways. Our graduates are highly recruited and become leading engineers, designers, business professionals, and innovators. They are equipped with the knowledge and the passion to support the vibrant outdoor industry in Bozeman, Montana. Montana State University and Gallatin College, MSU, our local 2-year institution, are filling major roles in graduating, training, and certifying professionals to meet growing industry demands.
If there's one thing I could say about Bozeman, it's we work hard and we play hard. Hi, I'm Conrad Anker, Global Athlete Team Captain for the North Face. I live in Bozeman, Montana for the quality of life. An excellent education system, proximity to the outdoors, and a great, vibrant community. If you are in the outdoor business, this is a great location to build your brand. Bozeman is a bellwether community for the outdoor recreation industry in the United States. Trends that happen here emerge, and then they are followed nationwide. For our company, the North Face, we use this as our winter testing ground. We bring people up to Highlight Canyon and we test our cold weather clothing. It's a perfect place. People come here for the quality of life. They realize that life isn't just about the paycheck, it's about living in a great place and doing great things. With a wider base of employees to choose from, more companies will seek to be based here in Bozeman. It's a great place to do business.
My name is Mark Seacat, and I was born and raised in Helena, Montana, and came to school here at Montana State University, and always loved hunting and fishing. I probably spent more time hunting and fishing than I did in my classes. I think one of the cool aspects about being in Bozeman for these companies is the access to, hunting and fishing opportunities. This is a great place to hunt and fish and to test products. And one of the really cool things about these companies, whether it's Simms or Sitka Gear or Mystery Ranch, is they put that stamp of like Bozeman, Montana on their stuff, whether it's their branding or when they're telling the story about their company. They really tout the fact that they're from Bozeman. For companies that are headquartered here, the lifestyle that their employees have is insane. The ability to be fishing within 5 minutes of basically anywhere, be hunting within 20 minutes, be climbing within 20 minutes. It's an unbelievable place to live and an unbelievable place to call home.
If you want to grow your company or want to work in the exciting outdoor industry, then Bozeman, Montana is your clear best choice. Enjoy the outdoor lifestyle blended with urban and cultural amenities, including lively events and concerts, diverse dining and shopping opportunities, the many craft breweries, and numerous galleries and coffee houses. Get in touch and see for yourself why successful companies and talented people have chosen Bozeman as base camp. Come discover Bozeman, Montana, the confluence of business and the outdoors.
We are Montanans, drawn here by big skies and bigger opportunities. In a place where old meets new and past meets future. Montana stories are full of passion and possibility. The possibility to be bold, to work hard, to go further. We are Montanans, filled with pride and perseverance. We are powerful. We are innovators. We are entrepreneurs, entertainers, risk takers, builders, business leaders. We are trailblazers and storytellers. We are pioneers. The same spirit that settled this great state still pushes us today. To be bolder, to work harder, to reach even higher. This is what it means to be a Montanan. How will we innovate Montana?
When I'm wiser and growing taller, I will see your way. When I'll come to the places I'm going, I will know your ways.
town, another road to wander down, trying to just find paradise. You went in search of something more. What it was you weren't quite sure, but it'd be worth any price. You thought you'd find blue skies and the grass a deep shade of green, but now you're not sure what is real and what's illusion. Whoa, all signs are pointing this way home. All signs are pointing this way home. We've seen the best of what's around, the finest and the most renowned works of art, each every one. You always eye the other side. It's hard to keep from going blind when you're staring at the sun. You thought you'd find blue skies and the grass a deep shade of green, but now you're not sure what is real and what's illusion. All signs are pointing this way home. All signs are pointing this way home. This way home. This way home. This way home. You thought you'd find blue skies and the grass a deep shade of green, but now you're quite sure that it's real and not illusion. All signs are pointing this way home. All signs are pointing this way home. This way home. This way home.
We chose Montana because it is highly educated and it understands technology. We are prospering here and it is a great place to grow our business.
GE Aviation and CCAS chose Montana because it gets manufacturing. It has the transportation and resources we need to make our business a success.
We chose Montana because it understands the global importance of micromanagement.
chose Montana because a business needs a good, solid structure to be a success.
We chose Montana because it understands our bottom line. It's allowed Boeing to take off in the big sky.
We chose Montana because it's so fun. It's important to our team to have a great place to work and to raise our families.
I'm Steve Bullock, the governor of Montana. We have over 50 different laser photonics companies. One of the highest density clusters, indeed, in the world, given the population.
As Bozeman continues to deploy 21st century infrastructure, Bozeman is positioned well to compete with other communities of like size and even larger in the Rocky Mountains as a place to do business and to visit and to raise your family.
The history of optics in Montana goes really all the way back to the invention of the laser. It was a Montana State University graduate who grew the laser crystal that was used in the world's first laser. That graduate came back home to Bozeman and started a company to build laser crystals.
The photonics industry is making a big contribution back to the Bozeman area because it's able to hire people in high-tech, high-paying, interesting jobs. And so whether you're on the support staff or the engineering staff or the management staff or the marketing staff, there's viable, interesting, fascinating things going on here and a whole diversity of people that we need to support that industry.
It's amazingly easy to get connected to economic development support services in Montana. As a matter of fact, you'll probably have to, beat them off with a stick, because our goals are to help these Bozeman small business photonic companies succeed. So we're looking for you. Word will be out that you're in town and that you're new. You'll be supported by the other organizations and small businesses in the area. So it really is like joining a neighborhood.
You can't overstate the importance and the value that MSU has to the photonics industry. It got started there, and it continues to be fueled from the ideas and the innovation coming out of MSU.
Montana State has premier world-class research capabilities, and the students who come out of that training and education can not only contribute to local companies, many of them have that fire in the belly, the entrepreneurial spirit that leads them to create their own companies that can grow well here in the Valley.
Lots of companies work here together with each other. So if I have a problem that another company has already solved, or they have some hardware that would help me solve my problem, we know each other and we just go there and we say, hey, that's something that I can use? And they say, absolutely. And so the collaborative nature of the technical businesses here, I haven't seen that anywhere else.
Also, one of the reasons I think that the Montana Photonics Industry Alliance is really successful here in the Bozeman area is because it's providing a forum for the industry to coalesce and have conversations about employment, conversations about technology, conversations about where the industry is going, conversations about collaboration.
If you're a member of a company and you have a great idea and that's not the direction that that company is choosing to go in, they're very supportive of you taking that idea and turning it into something that is viable.
In Montana, there is kind of a bit of a bootstrap and support each other culture. I worked at a startup company, and when I was there, about 4 or 5 of us that were there have now started our own companies. And a lot of them have already been around for 5 years and are doing quite well. So I think that seeing so many people jumping and taking that risk is really helpful as an entrepreneur.
It's really wonderful that we live in a day and age where a person can live in the alpine meadows in Bozeman, Montana, and still get to do work globally.
It's really important to business people, particularly if they're relocating or starting a business here. They want to make sure that their kids are getting educated to a level that they find to be acceptable. And Bozeman schools continue to set the bar in terms of merit scholars and other high-achieving academic awards.
Bozeman's a fascinating place because it supports all kinds of interests. So whether you're an outdoor enthusiast who would like to go backcountry skiing and fly fishing, or you're someone who appreciates the opera and the symphony, Bozeman's kind of got the whole package for you.
I'm originally from Nigeria, born and raised. I came to the United States over 4 years ago to Montana State University. I think Bozeman has the best of both worlds. There's the country feeling to it, and also the 21st century sort of nice feeling to it as well. So the combination of both of them just give it its uniqueness. But people are super nice. They say hi to you when you pass by, or they just even smile. And it just gives you that welcoming feeling. And I think that's kind of the big thing I like about it.
Hopefully also you'll come visit Montana, not only seeing our laser companies, but also enjoying the clean air, the clean water, the public lands that all of us as Montanans enjoy.
Dear Missoula, you have grown me so much. If I hadn't moved here, I have no idea who I would be or what I would be doing. I would say, just keep doing what you're doing, and thank you. My name is Taylor McDermott. I work as a strategy and corporate development consultant at ATG here in Missoula. I grew up in Forsyth, Montana, which is in southeastern Montana, about 100 miles east of Billings. Yeah, it was just really small. It's definitely like an agriculture town, really rural, really conservative area of Montana. You pretty much know everyone and everyone knows you, and my dad was a cop, so everyone definitely knew me. My parents didn't attend college, but they told me from the time I was a little kid that I was going to school, and so when I was in high school, I started looking for scholarships like a year before I graduated because I didn't want to have to worry about paying for school. I applied to 4 schools, and then I obviously picked UM because I had visited the campus when I was a kid. And my dad said then that he saw the look on my face when I was like walking around campus, and he just said that he knew that I was coming here. When I came to Missoula, I didn't really know what I wanted to do, and I was just sort of switching majors, trying to figure it out.
Hey, hello there.
And then I met Dr. Firth, and he said basically, well, do you want to do something really cool and be secure, like, and make real money? And I said, yeah. I changed my major to management information systems. He's one of my biggest mentors and like the reason I ended up in MIS.
Sometimes we like to call people who know management information systems bilingual, so they can speak business and they can speak technology. And so our information systems majors can talk to programmers and they can talk to business people about what programmers need to get done. And so they sit in a really valuable intersection between business and technology.
Being in the business school, the advantage here is that there is a huge career development program and they work really hard to put employment opportunities in front of students. I did an internship with KPMG in San Diego and I loved living there, and I did get a full-time offer to work there after I graduated, but I did turn that down because Missoula is amazing, so I didn't want to leave. I knew how happy I was here. You could just about do anything in Missoula. If you love art, you have tons of inspiration. If you like the outdoors, you can do that. If you like to work in tech, you can do that. It kind of circles back to David Firth again. He had been telling me for a while that I should look at ATG.
ATG was founded in 2001 in Overland Park, Kansas, and had offices in St. Louis and Kansas City when we opened the office here. It wouldn't have happened if the University of Montana hadn't been there right in my backyard. I got introduced to Dr. David Firth.
And what I told Tom was, if you have a consulting firm here that does technology consulting, a lot of my students who leave the state, like Taylor McDermott, they want to stay. They want to do great work here in Missoula.
I love my job. It's awesome. I'm super supported. I'm really challenged all the time. I feel like it matters because ATG brings a ton of jobs to Missoula, so that's one of my huge motivating factors for working there, is because it employs so many people and it employs them well, so people can live happy and secure. I don't think that the University of Montana would be the same if it was in a different city. And I don't think that Missoula would be as successful, have the industry that it does now, if it didn't have the university here. I just can't imagine like being happier at this age and having the opportunity that I do if I hadn't taken this path.
Why do I keep coming every year? Well, first of all, the scenery's great, you know. Get to come out here and see the breaks.
There are several trucks, several grain bins, a couple different augers, and all of that needs coordinated. So it's a lot of logistics.
You have a variety of challenges as an operator, watching for the safety sake of yourself and everybody else. I just enjoy it. You know, where else could an old man like me get to run a 255 horsepower John Deere tractor all day, you know?
With driving economic initiatives, helping to create jobs, helping to retain all of our incredible businesses here, and be the driving force for all things economic in Butte-Silver Bow County. Obviously, within economic development, there's really two pillars, and that would be recruitment and retention. We're very fortunate in Butte to have a ton of great businesses, and at the BLDC, we want to do everything we can to support them and keep them strong. Some of our most recent successes have been things like Montana Precision Products. They're a jet engine company located out in the port. We worked with them to secure some grant funding for a bunch of new jobs they created.
We're so thankful to the BLDC for the help that they've given us. We've created probably north of 30 jobs. They've been so helpful in developing our workforce.
A lot of what we do is behind the scenes. When you can see a project like that go live, it's incredibly rewarding, and it's why we show up to work every day. From the recruitment side, we partner up a lot with Butte Silver Bow to help bring new businesses to our community. Entrepreneurism is incredibly important to our local economy.
A lot of young people have entrepreneurial dreams, but maybe they don't have the capital to get started, or they don't have the information they need to get started. BLDC is there to be a source of information and possibly a source of financing.
Having an organization like BLDC to support new business owners, new entrepreneurs, is very meaningful for a town like Butte because we're in a time of new growth.
The work that the BLDC does is really important for the overall economy.
Obviously we have a rich history, everybody knows that, but there's so many new things happening in Butte, from exciting restaurants to trails to things going on with concerts, festivals, sporting events. There's a lot of stuff that we really have to look forward to in Butte outside of our history, and it's an incredibly exciting time to be looking at Butte.